Caitlin's a better player. Caitlin said Olay. Kerry.
Yeah, Paige is the better defender. Actually, I'll take Juju over all of them, like projecting. But again, she's 18. They're 22.
Yes, correct. But that's why I'll take Paige now. That's why to me she's the best player.
They're grown women. She's like just became. You know what I mean? Like it's a 4-year difference there. No, I got them both ahead of her, but
I'm a Juju person too, so I think ultimately she's gonna
projected.
That Jordan.
Give me Juju.
I couldn't agree.
What's up, world? This is We Need a Fifth. This your man Mo. Got my man P in the building. Got my man Hill at the table. Fellas, we got to see the women's college basketball Final Four last night. North Carolina State versus South Carolina. That was the first game. Let me ask this: did it live up to the hype? Because I feel like this Final Four for women's college basketball has been one of the more hyped Final Fours, gotten the most attention. Had a lot of stars in the Final Four. For this first game, North Carolina State versus South Carolina, did you guys feel that it lived up to the hype?
The first game?
The first half, definitely.
Right, the game, no.
Game's terrible. I mean, but the first half, absolutely.
Yeah, the first half, really, NC State was like, okay, we came to play. This is not going to be a pushover. We were in the group chat. I think either Hill or someone said Cardozo's tall.
Yeah.
And that was the difference, clearly, 6'7". Like that's it.
What was they went in 32-31.
Yeah.
And then commenced going 29-6 run in the third quarter and totally blew it out of proportion. But in the first half, I said, this is a game.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be, but
She's tall.
2 out of 4 quarters.
Yeah. And I think South Carolina showed one of their strengths as a team in the sense that, hey, their basketball maturity, knowing that, hey, all right, this team has stuck with us for the first half. Now we need to turn it up a notch and see how they stick with us now when the third quarter came. So it kind of speaks to why I got them winning it all. I think their maturity as a ball club, they've been here, done that. I think they also have an added incentive going forward with being able to redeem themselves from last year, and get a little revenge.
And the coach was out there too, watching that game after the UConn game. So I think she picked up from the whole night. Were you interested in 94 feet that they would D'ing up Caitlin? I mean, we'll get to that game after, but the way that she was defending that first half.
Yeah, I think Connecticut did an excellent job, and I think Carolina could do a better job. Not that they have a better individual defender than UConn had. I believe Stoll, who did an excellent job. It's just that they have more depth, and I think that's their advantage over all the teams. Because it's crazy. I believe there's still 5 last year left, which is amazing.
Right.
But I think, like you're saying, strategy wise, I think you definitely take a page out of that UConn playbook because they did that without depth.
That was my point too. I think it was a band. Like I don't want to piggyback off. I do want to piggyback off. I just don't want to jump to the other game. But I think that was a battle of attrition. Like they had 8 when they suited 6. Carolina's going to throw 12.
Yeah.
Can play. So Connecticut couldn't get any rest. They were injured during the game, and they still stuck it out. I think they had a couple more players, and they were to give people rest like they were supposed to. And Paige was playing the whole game.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate, but hey, it is what it was. But I think if they had 2 more players or 3 more players, I think that game could have swung another way. So with South Carolina.
Yeah, and to bring it back to the North Carolina State game, that was part of the reason why I feel South Carolina was able to jump on them so badly. It's like, hey, they were basically going 5 in, 5 out at one point. So when you're able to just keep the troops rolling in and in, it's hard. And if you're not a team that can match that depth, I North Carolina State found out the hard way. Hey, they can jump on you and won't let their foot off your neck.
I mean, that's what it all like. It comes down. I'm looking at the matchup, and Aaliyah Edwards pretty much, she had her way in the post. She was missing bunnies, so I was like, Cardoza is taller, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and they get her the ball at the right spots. And then you're gonna have Watkins, who's a rebound machine, who could flash the high post and still hit that free throw line jumper. So it's like,
and you have players that are tall to your point, and that are willing to take it to the rim.
right?
And they have guards that are excellent at penetrating and taking it to the paint and scoring in the paint and scoring tough shots in the paint. Now you just, like, to your point, hey, you have 10, 12 players doing that. It's gonna be a long night.
Full Wiley.
Hmm.
I bring her up because I think that this game, she had 7 points. It wasn't like she didn't raise. There was 7 clutch points. She had to steal when she did like the up and under. It's a 1-on-2 fast break. I'm like, what is she doing? But she looked comfortable. And then she had a 3. So I was like, they're like Pow and Full Wiley. Is that enough to give? I mean, well, I don't jump past this game, which I keep doing because I'm going to championship game. It was way too much for NC State.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So going forward, and like that's their bench.
I think that's enough in the sense that and we're going to skip to the next game. When UConn was playing Iowa, I think they had a good defensive strategy against Caitlin Clark, but when you're, I think Mule or Steele was
Nika Mule.
Yeah, Mule was playing excellent.
Ace guard.
Yeah, man-to-man defense and denying the ball and stuff like that. But once you got into foul trouble, and I think this early second quarter, she's getting into foul trouble. She has 2 or 3 at this point.
Right.
And she has to stop being as aggressive. And at that point, Caitlin gets a little breathing room and starts seeing shots going in or starts getting the ball moving around. And I think with South Carolina, that's when you have your Full Wileys that can come in and give you a little breather, and you know that, hey, I'm not going to lose too much on the offensive side. They can make a shot. If they get an open shot, they're going to take it and they're going to make it. UConn didn't have that benefit yesterday in the sense that Mule had to stay out there and then had to change how she played Caitlin Clark and couldn't be as aggressive or was skirting the boundaries of being aggressive and trying to stay out of foul trouble. I think, to your point, South Carolina is not going to have that issue with if they choose to adopt the same defensive philosophy. And with the UConn-Iowa game, let's talk about it. Do you feel that it was just a matter of, hey, UConn didn't have enough players to really compete?
No, they definitely were able to compete. They definitely could compete. It would have helped them if they were deeper, of course, but I don't think that's the reason they lost. I just think Iowa played a little bit better than them. You know what I mean? Like, I know Paige had to play the whole game, and she get all the rest she wants now. You know what I mean? And kudos to her though. She went and played the whole game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think the better team probably won.
I mean, the elephant in the room, that call. What do you do there?
I don't think. I mean, it was a moving pick. I don't know. It was a moving pick.
She was able to get around.
That being said, I don't think you call it that situation. I know a call is a call, but I don't think you call it that situation. And on top of that, though, I don't think that, I agree. Paige made a very good point. I'm sure Gino probably said it too. Like, one play doesn't dictate the game. There could have been a play in the first 2 minutes that could have went a different way, but, you know, people just remember, what they saw last, but that was a tough call. Technically, it was the right call.
Right, no, definitely.
But at that time, he let the plays decide the game.
I want to shout out. Give me a shout out at that moment. Like, she still made her way around the pick. So it was, she nudged her.
Yeah.
But it didn't impede on her going around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so
It wouldn't have affected the game or affected that play, really. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It wasn't like a distinct advantage because of that violation.
Patient fully clear.
Right.
And when you look at it, it's more a rub than, you know, it's a foul, but it's more a rub.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but that's the situation where we can't have it both ways. You know, it's either we want the refs to call the calls and call them, hey, fairly for everybody all the time, or we want them to go by feel.
that was my issue with the game though, because they missed calls. You make that one though. I'm with you on that, but you missed calls during that game.
Yeah, and I think as a player, coach, fan, you just want consistency, right? Like, you know, if you say, oh, they letting them play today, okay, let them play the whole game.
Right.
If you're calling it tight, call it tight the whole game.
Exactly.
Like you said, don't have it both ways. You know what I mean?
So I guess we're in agreement that it did, but it didn't affect it. I mean,
Oh, it definitely affected.
it definitely affected it, right?
Yeah.
But
It wasn't the only
I guess
deciding
we
factor.
don't make that call.
I would agree on that with that.
The right call, but you don't make the call.
Yeah.
You don't make it.
Most said it was a moving pick. It was a moving pick.
Yeah, you gotta.
I mean, I understand.
Because the human error factor is part of the referee experience. And it's like, you deal with that. It's like, hey, you're not gonna see every call. And you're gonna miss some calls, but that doesn't mean when you do see a call that, hey, you don't call it. You know, you gotta call it.
Human bias also plays into it. I mean, I'm not doing the conspiracy theorists and all that, but Caitlin into the finals is a little bit more than UConn. I mean, she's America's sweetheart. I'm just being fair.
Okay,
But she actually played her way back to get in that position for that call to be made. It wasn't like, you know what I mean, she was getting bad calls also the game they brought her back. No, she actually played basketball in Connecticut, so chokingly.
do you guys think South Carolina will be able to stop Caitlin Clark from getting her first championship?
I picked them, yeah. I picked South Carolina. I think that, again, I just think it's the depth. I think everything that Connecticut did, South Carolina could do, but they could do refresher lanes.
She beats LSU and she knocks off 2 undefeated teams. She got her retribution on Angel Reese, and then she beats 2 undefeated South Carolina teams and win the chip. Talking about this girl for a long time. I'm going for South Carolina, trust me, I am. But this sets a lot for 2 perfect seasons that she's able to do it. She's gonna be a lore.
Yeah, this would be the ultimate stamp. You know what I mean? Like, not only do you, it's a little, like you said, it's more legend than just a chip. You know what I mean? It's how you got the chip. Like you said, you came back, beat LSU, and this would be the second year in a row you beat South Carolina. Like you said, the undefeated. So you basically become like the South Carolina killer.
And don't forget, we'll beat UConn for the first time in her career. Until yesterday, she had never beaten
When it mattered.
at all.
But when it mattered now,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like now, yeah, regular, you know, the tournament, she picked the best time to kill all her demons, and then I'm saying don't let her win the championship. That's. But this is what I want to. I mean, this is you have a great team in South Carolina, and a great talent in Caitlin Clark. This is all you can ask for. Whoever wins, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you guys have it as a close game?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I have her as modern day Mahomes. Just don't have her too close, because you're gonna have history. You're gonna have refs. and you're gonna have her talent all put together. It's a nasty recipe for South Carolina. So you want to have going into maybe 4 minutes left, you want to be up, I would say 13 points. Give yourself a cushion for her not to go crazy and other things happening. And we used to call it the EA effect. Just don't be too close enough for her and EA and his ugly demons to rear their head for her to come back. I mean, she's that talented. And she's Mahomes. You don't want to. I was saying it last night. You don't want to disclose. Keep Connecticut, get as much as you can. I feared her so much that starting the second half, when Aaliyah missed that layup, I said, "Oh, I wanted every point."
Right.
She turned, spin, missed. I said, "Ah." They were 32-26, and right then and there, they had to keep going.
You get this no lead is safe type feel.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
You share the same opinion?
Yeah, like I said, I think South Carolina will win. I think it'll be a tight game.
Mhm.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? I see no reason to think otherwise, to be honest. From watching Iowa, both teams play this year, from last, even if both teams playing last year, I don't see why it wouldn't be close.
Hey, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys think. Who do you guys have? Will it be Iowa and Caitlin Clark with the storybook inning, or will South Carolina reclaim its title of dominance?
To be fair, I think I had USC, but I'm taking SC. Listen, I'm gonna be quiet out there. Let you guys, take the whole. Sure, but listen, they're not saying anything, so I guess we all committed the crime. To be fair, I did it, Your Honor. I did it. I had to go. I did. I had USC. Not SC. I had University of Southern California.
Hill standing tall. Hill standing
tall on
Let
that.
me fit.
Um,
So I'm over SC.
Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video comes out. Don't forget that you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. Fellas, tonight is gonna be the final four.
So shout out to the woman. I was just a little tired. I was yawning. I think he was talking about
The men's
Ooh,
fight.
wow.
the JV thing. Come on. Let's.
Wow.
Oh, shit. That's where we're at.
No, but we just coming in.
I like it. I like it. Development. Hey, it's hard enough to get you guys to watch the women's game for a long time. So I'm really happy about this right now. But we have the NCAA men's Final Four tonight. I believe the first game is which one? NC State versus Purdue. We got Mr. Edie versus Mr. Burns.
Hey, DJ.
Either of you guys have Purdue or North Carolina State making it this far in your bracket?
I think I have Purdue going decently far, but I think he might have Purdue going pretty far. Right?
Yeah, I think I had
I think I had
1
Purdue going
second.
there.
I don't want to lie to the people though.
In the
Elite Eight.
Final Four.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
that's excellent.
Yeah.
I had them losing.
I think Elite Eight.
Yeah, I had them sweet. Oh no, y'all had them further than me. I had them in the Sweet 16.
I had them in the Final Four,
Wow.
and
I'm getting losing against him.
I had them losing against Houston, but unfortunately, Houston couldn't make it to these festivities. So, do we think? How do you know how to attack this with Purdue and North Carolina State? Because you have two different types of big men and two different styles of play, in the sense that, hey, DJ Burns is a lefty, shorter, on the shorter side. I believe he's 6'9".
Sweet stroke.
You
You
see
said something about 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, double. Yeah, he has like two or three pairs of socks on maybe. Or more like. And no, but no, I'm going Purdue.
Yeah.
I really like the DJ Burns kid. I really do. I like his game. I just like everything, his attitude, the way he plays, the passion he plays. We really like the kid. The coach is doing an excellent job. I believe what this is, 10 games in a row. They won six in the ACC. It's only ranked 4 now. Coach doing an incredible job. I just think Edie. I think he's the best player in college basketball, and
it's not even consensus. He is the best. He's
I think Matt paints the way he knows what he has. I believe the experience with these particular players. I really like NC State's story, but I think it ends tonight.
Yeah, no, I the difference of 7 inches. And I think I'll say pause. Difference of 7 inches.
Before we know, let's know.
I think NC State will probably get in foul trouble early. If they call it, to be virtuoso and then want to see actual gameplay, I depends on how they referee it. But he's big on top of being tall, so I don't see how Burns and the others could deal with that down low.
Do you think Burns could get Edie into foul trouble?
No,
with the way he plays around the basket and able to distribute the ball in the paint and stuff like that.
But see, his distribution is that he drew too all the time. He's Zebo with Zion's type of attitude, but not athleticism. And you don't have to be, that athletic when you're that tall. So you don't have to double Burns now. And Edie's big. So I think you play him straight up.
Definitely.
So right, so I don't think that distinct advantage what they have. I think they're gonna have to win this one outside coming in.
Do you think that they can use Burns to bring Edie outside of the paint? You can possibly use Burns to be a more of a facilitator type of player, and allow him to pass out of maybe the free throw around the free throw line.
Yeah, well, Burns gonna have to make a lot of his shots outside of the paint.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll be sent right back to him. So, I mean, if you start making him honest and have Edie maybe move the puppies, you might get some cheap ones. That's the best bet. He has to keep him honest with maybe some elbow jump shots, some baseline jump shots to make him draw out, and then hopefully that the game is called the college way, and you get him in trouble. That's where I think Purdue could have an issue. But they have good shooters surrounding Edie, so you have to play the other side too. I mean, he hides behind Edie, not because he wants to. When he posts up, you just won't see them. And that's the 2 players that's next to him.
Yeah,
You can't mistake 7-4.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is a good point. Like if he steps out high post and creates, I think Zach Edey probably could defend that. But if not, you just go zone. I think eventually both teams might end up going zone because, like you said, you go man to man, get ball to Zach Edey, you'll be like, "Where's DJ?" Oh, he's behind Z. You know what I mean? Like, so you might have to go to zone, and then, like you said, those Purdue shooters is going to have to make these shots.
You have to make. Well, I mean, like you said, Zach troubles me with his first initial spin. If has the guy on his hip with his right, it's game over. It's lights out. This is gonna be an easy one. If they're gonna have him where Burns is behind him and one helps on his right shoulder, and Zach has to make a decision and he makes a quick one and kicks back out, it could be game over there and that way in. But if Zach has to make a move, that's when Zach gets in his offensive fouls and his cheapies. And the college game is just that's a play on the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you turn the elbow into someone, these guys falling back for the college game. I can see Zach with 2 in the first maybe 6 minutes. And then the game changed. So that's what I don't want to see. I want to see them play. But that's the best of defense. Stay if they can do it. They can come out of this game. I mean, yeah, that's a heck of a story for State.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
On the other side of the bracket, we have Roll Tide, Alabama.
This guy, right?
Roll Tide.
How is he not Lotto? You guys are nuts.
Really enjoyed that jersey that keep it on
Peplowski, aka Peplowski. You gotta be kidding me. Get my man Nelson in the top.
Someone was a big Keith Van Horn fan, man.
Yo.
He's a good player.
With that being said, Connecticut in a blowout. I mean, a drugging. Maybe 26 more, bro. I mean, a drugging.
Yeah.
Cinderella is closed. I mean, brutal. Brutal. It's gonna be a bad game. That's all I can say. It's a bad game for Alabama. Not a good matchup.
Yeah.
I need get the point guard who I say it's like Brunson, and I need Nelson to give me a good game. He's not the tallest guy in the court. It's just not a good matchup. Not a good matchup. And what you call who's my guy from Connecticut right now? Who should be
Newton,
is that him?
the guard.
Yes. 6'5",
6'5",
bunnies, and defensive stopper. Forget about it. Forget about it.
That's the one thing I
That's
like
playing the
about
court to me
UConn
right now.
is they all play defense.
And they have height. You know what I mean? Like they have NBA height. No, not even saying talent. They have NBA height. And then if you play defense with that height, positional height, it's tough. It's tough.
So you have UConn win as well. Yeah.
That's the only Final Four in my head.
At all.
So I was just about to get into that. UConn, it looks like you guys got Purdue going to the next round, to the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You look a little suspect.
Now,
Huh?
I'm thinking what you gotta ask.
Might go do the winner.
Now you got Purdue in the finals with Zach Edey.
Yeah.
And now we have UConn.
Mhm.
Who's coming out of that fire? Who's coming out of that crucible for the finals?
As you guys know, I've been a pretty big Zach Edey supporter the whole time.
Say it with your chest, brother.
I want to tweet people, man. This goes beyond college, NBA draft, all that. I'm going for Purdue. I'm going Purdue.
Oh, okay.
Because I know Connecticut, they're blowing people out, and I know people are even talking crazy. They, the whole they could be the NBA team.
Oh no.
I don't think they're that good. I mean, not even as a college team, Connecticut, they're
No.
good, but I've seen. Bro, I'm sorry, we harping this almost every week. I feel like, but I've seen UNLV, I've seen Michigan, I've seen Antoine Walker Kentucky teams, I've seen AD's Kentucky teams. This Connecticut team is good, but they're not crazy to me. So I'm gonna go Purdue. So I think Zach Edey's definitely the best player in the court. Well, I think he's the best player in the morning.
So wait, the best player in the nation right now that they're giving me, but right now I would definitely go New. Then I was Zach. I think Connecticut's just a buzz. So I don't think that they're a great championship team by any means, but I think they're just put together for this line of talent that they have to go through. I think it's just a bad matchup for Alabama. And I think they have a big that can actually contest with Edey a little bit. That would be different. So 4 inches as opposed to 7 inches. Opposed to Robinson, they have another big that they can throw with them. So I don't think the others athletically could hang Connecticut outside. So that's why I would have Connecticut to blow out them too. So as I'm saying, a juggernaut team, they just match up well for this tournament.
The numbers support you completely. Like they're crushing you. Not even,
It's not an all-time great Connecticut team. It's just not.
I've seen better Connecticut teams.
I just think that this UConn team, as opposed to the other UConn teams that we've seen, great UConn teams that we've seen, like Ray Allen and so on.
Ben
and so
Gordon,
forth.
Rip Hamilton.
I think this UConn team plays defense on a special type of level. They're a special team when it comes to their defense and their defensive energy and their buy-in. I think that's what's gotten them this far. I think without that defensive buy-in or buy-in into the defensive concept and the energy that they put on the defensive end, they wouldn't be here. And I think this UConn team is special when it comes to their defense and the way they've been able to lock teams down. And
Back to back.
That's what it would be.
That's what it would be.
Danny Hurley, kid from Jersey.
Yeah.
So for the men's final, You got Purdue
We're
winning.
cutting down the nets.
You got UConn. I think I got UConn.
These games a spill. I want to hear that.
Yo, a consensus national number one player, preseason, AP at the end of the season, wins the national championship, and he's not picked in the first round.
Like I said, I think he's the best player in this draft. And I'm telling you, I know it's not a good draft.
We need stat boy. Give me someone that's done that.
Yeah, like Tyler Hansbrough was at least a top 20 pick. Adam Morrison, I was like the number 3.
Right.
Oh, yeah, man, Luka Garza.
Okay.
Luka Garza might have been a second round pick.
Yeah.
No chip though, right?
I don't believe so.
No. To win a chip.
Let me ask you this. Would you pick him with the number 1 pick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
But don't feel bad if you say no. It's like it's not even 30 teams.
No,
It looks like it's 34
you
teams.
understand, I had him at least as a top 10 pick last year when people had him not get drafted. That's why he came back.
I think I would feel more comfortable picking him number 1 if I saw NBA teams willing to take advantage of height.
Yeah, but if you're the GM, you could make them do that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm the Detroit Pistons GM, I'm okay, we're going to incorporate post-ups in our offense. Oh, you don't think we do that? You're fired. I'm bringing a coach that does. So I would pick Sagi.
If I'm Detroit, I don't know if it's Awesome or it's Mir. I don't know which one it is. You stay. Goodbye. Awesome Kate. Awesome Kate. Everyone.
Oh my, Durant is playing well. Durant is a good.
Durant, we keep doing as a
No, but to be honest, Cade, everyone else could go. Cade, if you have any issue with this,
you
I
can
can find another Cade.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I don't understand how this is.
Yeah. It is 7'4". It's not like Tyler Hansbrough is 6'9". You see, okay, this might not be transferable to the next level, right? I get it. 7'4". I don't see how it's not. And I know they don't use the post, but if you throw him the ball in the post, he's 7'4". Turn around and laid up.
You know what? I think I want to see how he performs if he gets past North Carolina State and they play UConn. I'd like to see how he performs
Against another 7.
against an elite defense.
Okay, that's fair.
And a 7-footer.
Yeah, that's fixed. That's what I was saying. Well, I've seen enough already, but a 7 foot, another 7 foot NBA prospect.
Yeah, and I feel yeah.
Shows you Purtle. That's him.
Pretty much Tiago Splitter. How you want to do it?
But I feel
Russian stir.
like slinging would be a little bit more comparable to what he would see as far as NBA defense
every night.
Stuff like
That's fair.
and whatnot. And if he can negotiate that and how well he negotiates that, it probably
get you into the first round. Because you're in the first round. Does that get you to the first round or you got him in lottery? Because we're saying 1. And listen, people, not even like minds, it seems like people with a mind. So me and Paul are just skewed off.
Right, universally.
Everyone else agrees with you. Like,
and
he shouldn't be nowhere near the first
and
round.
that's
first round.
We got and that's part of my reluctance with putting them in the lottery in the sense that I feel and I know P is saying, hey, you have to have a GM that's willing to say, you know what, if you're not with this program, fire everybody. But I feel like everybody in the NBA it's on some, we're not doing this anymore. And this is not a good move to have a offense like this that, hey, Edie would thrive in. And because of the statisticians and hey, we want to take more 3-point shots. We want to be able to spread the court out, allow our stars to have more space to maneuver and stuff like that. I just feel like the NBA is caught up too much in that.
I agree.
And I don't know if there are GMs that will have the foresight to say, you know what, let's change it up. or let's take advantage of this unique opportunity to have a 7'4" center that can dominate in the middle. I don't know if that GM is around in the NBA right now that would take that risk.
I think you could be right. The same GMs that said he's not athletic like Towns. He can't shoot like Embiid. He doesn't move like, let me think. All right, let's just say Embiid and Towns. That's what I need my bigs to do. They waited to the second round to overlook Joker. Same way, the same GMs. He's still not athletic. He moves at his own pace.
Yeah, because
He doesn't do it.
But my thing is, with the Joker argument, you could argue that, hey, the GMs didn't see or didn't have the opportunity to see his basketball IQ. And
No.
It's so Lucas.
No.
I can't.
It's
so Lucas.
No more. But see, the world is small. I can't take it no more because
Andre Bernardi went number 1 in 2006.
Right.
So I'm like, Dirk Nowitzki went top 10.
But they're scouts that are living over there.
Yeah.
So they know these players from younger ages. So they just didn't feel it.
Yeah, I think they felt, okay, this guy, he's a liability. I can see why
You watch it every night.
He's a liability on defense, right? We're playing 5 out. Who's Joker going to stick? He's not necessarily a great post-up player. He's a good passer. Who wants a big man passer? We want buckets down low. So I understand they were dead wrong, but sometimes you have to change. Like even like look at the Bulls in the 90s with the triangle offense. What do you mean? What, you're gonna post up whoever? You're not gonna just post up Luke Longley. Jordan can post up. Pippen can post up. Golden State, you're just gonna come down and chuck threes. You're not gonna throw it in the post. Which started all of this? So I feel like sometimes you have to be different. You got to stop trying to out Golden State, because it's not even working for Golden State no more. You know what I mean? So
what would do about the ball at the hot post?
And I don't think he has a Joker level basketball IQ.
No one, but you didn't think Joker had it either.
But it's not even that.
But you might have inferred that with his playing style or offense, as far as being a facilitator and stuff like that. I don't see that from Edie.
No, but I'm saying they didn't. To be fair, Joker's Joker, who he is now, they didn't see that. I darn sure didn't see that myself.
But I think they didn't see that. But I think there was, to your point, that there was film out there to kind of show that, hey, Joker could be a facilitator. Now, to P's point, now GMs at that time was saying, we don't need a big man facilitator.
I want a large one, not Stockton. That's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, so it was like, hey, we don't see the benefit of that. So that's why he falls to the second round. But I don't think that evidence of who he could be as a facilitator at the center position wasn't on video, prior to the draft.
He's a good pass out the post.
And plus, they're saying that it's kind of like all over again. They're saying, oh, Zach Edey can score in the post. They don't see the value in that.
But he hits out the post too, though. That's what I'm saying.
I think
they don't like him. I'm convinced they just don't. They don't like him.
If you tell me if you play 5 out, who's he going to defend? Cool. Other than that, I don't even understand what's going on here.
They don't like. I'm going with they don't like him. That's the only thing I can go with.
And I know the game changed and evolved because Yao Ming was like I'll say 2004. From George Mikan to 2004, this is a no-brainer number 1 pick. Like it's not even a question. Like,
but I think you have to buck the system. I think you have to think outside the box and do it.
Inside the box before this era. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like I don't.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't think like I'm thinking outside the box. I'm thinking he's 7'4" and we're playing basketball, so that's just a God-given advantage he has.
Listen, I think it's a layup. You think it's a layup?
Oh, jeez.
You're more so right though. That I'm saying, like everyone is saying, Hill, you're an idiot.
This
Like,
is
okay.
this is the only room that you would be outnumbered in this conversation.
It's
Everywhere.
in the world.
Everyone I can
It's
think of. Like,
which will call, and I want to think like you guys, but I hear everybody else to your point.
I
say,
don't think he has no place.
yeah, like, yo, and I'm like, yo, dude he can't exist in this world. Like, and that's what
most people feel. They feel like, no.
And I would love to see him exist in his world, but and that's why I brought up like, hey, the death of the big man, you know, a couple of shows.
No, GM tell me great college player. It's
like a culture time thing. It's crazy. Like the reverse would be true for Kristaps Porzingis. You're 7 feet tall and you shoot threes. Sorry, everyone. I'm not politically correct today. You're soft. You're right. So it's like the opposite. Porzingis probably would have got picked in the 80s or the 90s because he's a soft European player. Now you rather have that than 80. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right. So we got Purdue and UConn going to the finals. You got Purdue, you got UConn, I got UConn. P, you know, everybody can't be right all the time, so I forgive you, you know.
I want Edie to just totally mess up the whole system. I really do. Win. I could tell. I definitely want to see. I'm like, now what do you do? NBA says you don't move us out there. He's out. NBA makes it easy. Hey, Caitlin is. You know what I'm saying? Is different. I think they wanted her to be what Angel Reese is for NIL. You know what I mean? I think Caitlin was supposed to do that. I think they dropped the ball in making at it. I think now she wins. America's just gonna blow her through the ceiling with. But like you said, the WNBA has to embrace that and take the whole ride. The whole Caitlin is the face of this. Y'all upset, beat her on the court. Do what you gotta do. But she's the face. She's gonna get the calls. We're gonna make it easy for her. People are gonna love her. We're gonna get revenue going into this place. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People love Steph Curry. They hate LeBron. That's just the way it goes. So, I mean.
So, hey, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys think. Who do you guys have winning the men's tournament championship? Do you believe that Purdue and UConn will make it to the championship? And if they do you believe that Purdue is going to win like my man Pete? Or do you believe UConn is going to win like my man Hill, myself, you know, the right way, you know, right choice? Let us know. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Fellas, what's on the radar?
Real quick, I know we're running a lot of time. A lot of good movies coming out. But for me, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I'm there for it. Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm there for.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, I forgot the other word. But yeah, movies, a lot of good movies coming out.
Monkey Man,
That's not one of them.
Oh, okay.
That's not one of them.
All right. What's on the radar for you?
Glad to have you on the 4.8 we went through. The earthquake. Yeah, so that was fun. And the solar eclipse coming Monday. So I guess get your glasses if you can, if you're interested. Don't look up. And that's what it's for me. Little natural phenomenons watching. I think we had another earthquake today. Not us, but I think the island of Miami, one of those. Right. And prior to, we had an earthquake in Taiwan on the 2nd. So just seeing that the earth changes and treat the earth well, I guess we treat you back.
Yeah. Climate change is real, people. What's on the radar? Anime solo leveling. Anime is finished with the first season. Can't wait for the second season to come out. that it was a memoir. That yeah,
I
crazy.
don't blame
But
you, Cameron.
That one's out. A Quiet Place, day one, Lupita, we love her.
Yeah,
I love it.
we still rolling, Mo, still rolling.
You still rolling?
You happy?
Yeah, come on, man.
Cameron.
Come on, man.
there's no respect for the anime. Yo.
It's a top show. We're still running.
Yeah, he said, oh, it's it. Come on, I'm out. They got this one. They got this Dawn Tree hugging talking about save the earth,
The AI camera.
save the earth. How this kid talking about
Save the-
hurricanes and everything
Save
that's
the
doing?
Earth AI self-destruct.
What he said? Talking about save the earth, and he went to anime. They said, I'm out.
Yeah. Later on.
We need
I'll
to film
finish.
another one, kid.
Yes.
Peace.